So Bryon has the right, like anybody else, to consider running for public office, and he's doing his due diligence, and we'll face that question if he decides to run.
But there's a possibility you wouldn't endorse your fiancé if you were in a Democratic primary?
He is doing his due diligence, and when he completes his due diligence, he'll make a decision, and we'll go from there.
Politico reported that Hefner said he had discussed this potential run with you. What was that conversation like, and did you encourage him?
It was a private conversation.
But the public issue is whether or not he's going to run. Do you think he's going to run?
That public issue is not on my mind.
It's not on your mind?
No.
Okay. Late last year, after the Globe reported that Hefner had used social media to mock outgoing Senate President Terry Murray and had meddled in the internal workings of the Senate, you sent a letter to your Democratic colleagues saying you had, quote, enforced a firewall between the legislative duties and private life. I'm wondering, does that firewall still exist?
Absolutely.
And his thinking about running for Senate doesn't change that?
No.
Okay. Final question for you. My colleague Frank Phillips reported that.
Final question of the evening?
No, on this particular
I see.
topic.
Oh, thank goodness,
there-
only one more.
Only one more.
Then we can get on to public policy,
Exactly.
which is what I love to talk about.
My colleague reported, according to a Senate source, Hefner was telling Amherst activists he might run against you at one point. Were you aware of that?
Absolutely not. And did they quote somebody? Do they have a source?
It's a Senate source.
Ah. Can you name the Senate source?
I didn't write the story.